let's talk about getting rich. But forget everything you think you know. The hustle, the grind, the burnout. We're going to break down Nishkar Sharma's framework, which is a much smarter and, honestly, a more human way to build wealth, especially when you're in your 20s and 30s.
Okay, this right here, this is the whole idea in a nutshell. On one side, you've got the hard way, all about hustle, sacrifice, and burnout. We've all heard that story. But on the other side, you've got Sharma's easy way, a path that's about freedom, fulfillment, and wealth. It's about building a life you actually love, not just a massive bank account you're too tired to enjoy.
So, how do we actually do this? Well, here's our game plan. We'll start with the philosophy behind the easy way, then get into the really practical stuff, starting now, testing your ideas, turning your skills into money, and, this is the big one, finding your purpose. All right, let's dive in.
First up, the easy way to riches. The whole point here is that getting rich doesn't have to be this miserable, soul-crushing journey. There's a better way to do it, a way where you don't end up hating the process.
And this quote from Nishkar himself just says it all, doesn't it? It's about getting rich while keeping your mind right, while staying happy. This isn't about sacrificing your well-being for a paycheck. It's about building a life that's both rich and fulfilling.
Okay, on to the first actionable step. Start earning money. Now, seriously, that very first dollar you make on your own terms is so important. It's not about the amount, it's about the momentum. It's that psychological shift that proves to you, hey, this is actually possible.
You know, this is the trap that so many of us fall into. We're always waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, that one special degree, or the dream job. But Sharma says that's the single biggest mistake you can make. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is just to start. So this is the question you need to ask yourself. Not, how can I be a millionaire by next year? No, it's, how can I make some money right now with the skills and knowledge I already have today? And Nishkar's own story is the perfect example of this. He was a broke college student. He didn't wait around. He just looked at what he was good at, high school math and science, and took a super simple action. He called a local tutoring agency. That's it. And almost immediately, he was earning money. No crazy business plan, no big investment, just using what he already had.
Okay, so you're earning some money. Great. Now what? Well, that brings us to principle number 3. Test, learn, and grow. Getting started is just step 1. Now, the real fun begins, experimenting and figuring out what truly works. You can see his path wasn't some perfectly straight line. He went from tutoring to internships. Then he tried network marketing, even gave blogging a shot. The point is, he was always trying new things, always learning, and letting one thing lead to the next.
But then he hit a wall a lot of us hit. He tried freelancing on sites like Fiverr and realized, wow, the competition is insane. Trying to build a profile the normal way was going to take forever. So what did he do?
He created what he calls the skip the line strategy. This is brilliant. Instead of starting from zero, he found a seller who was already established, and he made them an offer. I'll give you a 20% cut if you let me launch my service through your profile. Think about that. He was leveraging their reputation, their audience. It's a masterclass in leverage, really. Why grind for months when you can find a shortcut? And the result? Bam! An $80 sale within hours. Not weeks, not months, hours. This one number shows you just how powerful smart, strategic thinking can be over just working hard. So once you've experimented and you've built some real expertise, it's time for the next step. Monetize your experience. This is a huge shift. It's where you go from just doing the work to teaching others what you've learned from all your trials and errors.
And you can do this in so many ways. You could create digital products like an ebook or a course. You package your knowledge one time and you can sell it over and over. Or maybe coaching is your thing, offering one-on-one guidance for a premium price. You could even start an agency or build a software product. The key here is you're no longer just trading time for money. You're building assets based on your experience.
And all of this leads to what is really the heart of the entire framework. Find your one thing. This is where it stops being just about chasing money and it starts being about building a life with real purpose. So what is your one thing? Well, it's that magical spot right in the middle of these 4 things. What you love, what you're good at, what people will actually pay for, and what truly fulfills you. You need all 4. What you love gives you the passion. What you're good at gives you the skill. What people pay for makes it a career. And what fulfills you, well, that's the fuel that makes it impossible to burn out. When you find that sweet spot,
Work just doesn't feel like work anymore.
And for Nishkarsh, it all clicked into place. He realized his one thing was education. Looking back, from tutoring to selling courses, it was always about teaching. That clarity was a game changer. It allowed him to stop chasing random opportunities and just go all in on his true calling.
All right, let's put it all together. Here's the complete framework, your path to wealth the easy way, all summarized.
Here it is, in 6 simple steps. 1. Start now, don't wait. 2. Keep testing new ideas. 3. Find clever ways to skip the line. 4. Turn your experience into products. 5. Always be leveling up your skills. And finally, number 6, find your one thing and go all in.
I love this final quote from Sharma. If you don't grow, you will rot. It's such a powerful reminder. You have to keep pushing, keep learning. The moment you get comfortable is the moment you stop growing. Don't let the rust settle.
So there you have it, a clear, doable path to building wealth that actually prioritizes your happiness. You've seen the framework, so now the only question that really matters is the one on your screen. What's your first step?